How can you support your incarcerated loved ones? Hey, y'all, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Marci Marie. I spent 10 years locked up in prison in Texas. Today, we're going to go over 7 key things that you can do to help support the people that you love behind bars. The first thing we're going to talk about today, y'all, is how to support your incarcerated loved ones with finances. Oftentimes, people just even in jail end up losing their job. They don't have any income. In Texas, y'all, Texas prisons do not pay their incarcerated population for the work that they're doing. I mean, $0 an hour. They have no income coming in. Now, you might say, doesn't the institution provide everything my loved one needs? And the answer is absolutely not. There are lots of county jails that don't even provide panties for women. They provide no or very little feminine hygiene products, and those have to be purchased on commissary. In prison, guys, Texas prisons offer very little hygiene items. In fact, this is a bar of soap from the inside of a Texas prison. We were given 6 of these or so a week, and this is for your body, your face, your hair. Every time you wash your hands, you're expected to have enough soap for those things for the week. Guys, they don't give you shampoo in Texas prisons. They don't give you deodorant. They give tooth powder once in a blue moon. So you have to purchase things like toothpaste and all of this on commissary. This saying commissary is necessary, that's the real deal, not to mention the food items that your loved ones might need, especially if they are active, if they have a job that's very hard physical labor. The calories that the unit is providing them is not enough to really sustain on. The second way that I want to talk about how you can support your incarcerated loved one is keep in contact with them. Never underestimate the power of being able to answer the phone for them or sending a letter or a note into the prison system. And visits are invaluable when you are incarcerated. It's easy to feel like you're forgotten in there. So those things can help remind an incarcerated individual that they have a reason to be, a reason to live, and a future to work towards. And I should tell you guys now, all communication with your incarcerated loved ones is monitored. Phone calls are recorded. Visits that you use the phone, those are monitored. So be careful and mindful of things that you talk about, especially if your loved one has a pending case. You won't want to talk about any legal matters in that communication. Letters are scanned in, read, and often saved. The third way that you can support your incarcerated loved one, which is in line with keeping in communication, is writing letters. Lots of people ask me, I don't know what to say. What do I write to my husband, my son, my nephew who's in prison? Just talk to them the way that you would talk to them when they were home. Tell them how your work is going. Tell them stories about what the kids are doing. Tell them if you're tired or if you've seen the doctor. Just communicate with them like you would communicate with them if they were home. Don't overthink writing a letter. Don't let worrying about not having anything to say keep you from picking up that pen and writing something. The fourth way you can support your loved one, and still in line with keeping in contact, is in-person visits. When you get to prison in Texas, your loved one may be eligible for a contact visit. In prison, it is against the rules to have any physical contact with another person. You can't pat your friend on their back. You can't give hugs or even a handshake. All of that is against the rules. The need for human contact when you're incarcerated is great. And hugging your loved one, your mom, your kids, your brother, that can mean everything. The fifth way that you can support your incarcerated loved one is by taking care of yourself. Self-care is crucial. I know that when you have someone you care about who's locked up, you are, in a way, doing time with them. You have to take care of your mental and emotional and physical health. Don't become overwhelmed with worry and stress and the things that we do when we have a loved one incarcerated and we have little control over what happens to them. You have to have a full cup, take care of yourself, fill your own cup in order to help someone else. The sixth way that you can support your incarcerated loved one is by keeping their children involved, keeping their children in communication with that incarcerated loved one. When I came home, my grandchildren, who I had never met, they knew me. They hugged me like they knew me. And it's because their parents showed them pictures. They talked about me. I was still part of the family, even though I wasn't physically there. The last way that I want to talk about how you can support your loved one is if they do have a pending case, supporting them with their legal battle, listening to them. Sometimes they need to vocalize what's going on with their court proceedings. And you might have heard it several times, but you being that sounding board, it helps to calm their anxiety. If they are in prison and they don't have pending cases, sometimes there are inside court cases, disciplinary cases, when your loved one gets a disciplinary infraction that they believe is unfair. What can you do about it? They file a grievance on their end, and you can contact the ombudsman, or you can call the unit and ask why your loved one got an infraction, what the policy is behind that. Stay on top of those things. I hope that this has given you a little bit of insight in how to support your loved ones. Thank you all for watching this video. For those of you who do have incarcerated loved ones, know that my heart is with you and I am sending you strength.